Good morning. It is day 82. Really nice and lovely morning today. The sun's up, but it's still a little chilly. Yeah, I have a little climb this morning. When I get to the bottom of the other side, that'll be my last chance for water for like 8.5 or so miles. So I need to fill up there. I met this guy named Citrus who's behind me. He might come up on me actually. He was just finishing up the Tahoe Rim Trail, but we camped together last night, talked a little bit, which was nice. Otherwise, yeah, I think I'm gonna decide to send home my pot and my wool pants and my micro spikes in Soda Springs. I know a lot of comments have said to keep the spikes until Sierra City, so still thinking about that one. But otherwise, yeah, I think I'm gonna cold soak or just have food that doesn't have to be cooked or have any water for the rest of NorCal through Oregon. That's my goal anyways. Yeah, just because honestly doing the tortilla wraps, that doesn't bother me at all. And even right now doing this salami with crackers or cheese, I like that flavor so much I could eat that every day in real life. And yeah, so anyways, I just figured it's not super heavy. In fact, it weighs pretty much nothing. I'm not doing it for the weight. I'm just doing it because I'm trying to think about how can I clear up space in my pack, and also if I don't absolutely need it, then yeah, I'm gonna try cold soaking. So that's my updates for today. Don't know how far I'll go. There's a good place in about 18 miles, which would leave me only about 6 miles into Donner Pass, which would be awesome because I have to go there to drop off my bear can at Soda Springs. Shout out again to Outside J, who's doing this free renting program for bear cans and ice axes. Really pretty amazing. So yeah. All right, day 82, here we go. All right, I've been hiking here with Citrus. He's just finishing up today. He's been doing the Tahoe Rim Trail, and we're just getting to
Granite Chief Wilderness.
Let's go. Woo! All right, so it is 8:25. We officially parted ways with the Tahoe Rim Trail, and so Citrus took a right and I kept going straight. It was really nice to talk to Citrus for like 1.5 miles this morning. Also, these flowers, I'm just walking through flower fields the last couple of days and it's really lovely. Anyways, it's just, I've been really just reflecting on how important it is that I'm actually talking to people out here, because I'm in bubbles. Usually what I do, even if I'm near people, is I'll either let them pass by, which you ought to, or I'll just pass them by and I won't really stop and talk. And yeah, anyways, I've just been thinking a lot of it's important to feel connected to people out here, and also just to exchange stories, get to hear, it was cool to learn about Citrus and his life and whatever's going on for him. Might never talk to him again, but it was cool to hear new stories, And there's also, we passed 2 PCTers. Their names are Plan B and Gravy Dust. And I think they're quite fast. They passed us last night. So I think that they'll probably catch up with me here any moment, honestly. And so maybe I'll get a chat with them too, or maybe they'll be speeding on. But anyways, I'm just trying to be very intentional about slow down, gritty, and, connect with people, because I only see a couple people a day out here who are PCTers, and because of how much in the middle of big bubbles I am, I just don't get to talk to people very frequently. So it reminded me though of the earlier days in the desert where yesterday I talked to Trevor for a couple miles, and I had stopped and talked to Limp Pickles at lunch, and then this morning I talked to Citrus, and usually I probably wouldn't have stopped and talked to, honestly, any of those guys, like, seriously. But I'm just thankful that I'm like, nope, I'm gonna intentionally slow down and like connect with people, because that's half of the trail. I mean, that's a big part of the trail, you know? So I haven't had too many falls yet on trail, but I did just take a nice tumble. Got a little scrape jump. Nothing too bad. I just stepped on a loose rock and it took me down a few feet, but that's alright. We got a Jolly Rancher, a new battle scar, and honestly I can see South Lake Tahoe. I can see the lake. Right by a trail, a ski run. Beautiful area, that's for sure. Oh, parking lot. That must be the ski resort or something down there. Alright, it's 12. I made it a pretty good ways up this next big hill. This hill's been hard. It's really, really hot today, and it's supposed to be really hot again tomorrow as well. This is probably some of the hottest hiking I've done. And I don't know. It's weird. I told Abigail this already, but sometimes when I sweat, especially on really hot days, my sweat smells like chlorine, which is just a weird thing that's happening right now. Anyways, though, I actually just dumped out my old water. I'm right by a little river, and I put in some cold fresh water, and I added electrolytes, so that's really good. I'm gonna camel up, take a break for honestly probably an hour here, because it's really hot, and I need time off my feet. My feet have been really hurting me. For lunch today, I'm having my peanut butter that I got at Tuolumne and a tortilla. So I've had this lunch for 10 days straight now. Probably some peanut M&Ms and probably some crackers or chip scoops. Actually not 10 days straight, because I had a burger in Pinecrest and I also had town food in South Lake Tahoe. So maybe the last 7 or 8 actual trail days, maybe. Also, just realized that my campsite is only 5 miles away, so I'm feeling like I'm just gonna relax and take it easy. I just did a little weather report. Turns out it's only 65 degrees. Highest is supposed to be 67. That's what Garmin says. Which, in part, I could believe, because when I'm in the shade, I get cold, so I'm sitting a little in the sun. But I'm also damn, it feels like it's 80 out here when I'm in the sun. So, anyways, only 5 miles left. I was reading some comments. It looks like the next part of the hike up is actually pretty steep. There's snow patches, and the coming down is also really steep. So I think it'll be hard still for the next 2 hours of hiking. But yeah, I mean, my camp spot's in 5 miles, and it's the perfect spot. I'm not gonna try to push beyond that today. No. So yeah, feeling good that I got 14 in before lunch, and that I kind of got some of the harder climbing out of the way in the heat. So yeah, should be a pretty chill rest of the day. So. Okay, it is 3:10 and I will be at my campsite in 1 mile. So I'll be getting to camp super early, but that's okay. I feel I could push on and climb up Tinker Knob and get to the other side, but I'm just kind of thinking, I don't know. I don't want to push it much more today. I want to move slow. I want to enjoy camp. I want to read and snack, and maybe even dip my feet in the water because there's a little stream nearby. So yeah, should be to camp before 4, I'm guessing. It's 3:40 and that's camp tonight. Okay, so it's going on 8 and I just gotta go hang out with one of the groups that came over to camp. It's this really cool family. There's 6 of them and 3 of them, 2 are from Germany, 1's from Belgium, 1's from Austria, 1's from North Carolina, and 1's from New Jersey. And anyways, I spent like maybe an hour over there hanging out and it was just really lovely. They're all like really kind and chatty and they're all probably at least 30. They seemed like a more mature group. But yeah, it was just really lovely. I went over and I said, I was like brushing my teeth, but I was like, I have some extra water if anyone needs any. And anyways, I'm just glad, keep feeling glad that I do that because I almost just stayed in here all night. But happy I went out and got to meet some new people. So they started like 3 weeks after I started the trail, and so they've been moving quite fast. Like today they did 26 miles, so yeah, I don't think I'll probably see him for too long, but that's okay. I enjoyed the interaction I got to have with them anyways, so